You are now listening to or watching the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
Yeah, and if you aren't, you can head over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify and listen to us now. Or head on over to Drib on YouTube and watch the video version as well.
And if you'd like to stay up to date on when we're releasing a new episode or any other fun information about the podcast, you can give us a follow on Instagram at It Takes All Kinds Podcast and on Twitter at ITAK Podcast. That's ITAK Podcast.
Without saying much else, we hope you enjoy this episode. Welcome to the new week, Carson. We've made it another week into the future, and I'm so happy and excited to be here in another separate week. You even changed your sneakers for this week too.
I didn't.
I'm wearing the same sneakers. I only have like a pair of three pairs of sneakers on my rotation, and I have probably 25 pairs. So yeah, welcome to this new week. I've made the new week. Every week I'm going to be doing a Jurassic Park sound.
We just recorded an episode not even.
Welcome to the new week. This is pulled straight out of Carson's closet. I have a little bush on my. I have a little bush on my
t-shirt. Why are you blaming that on me?
Got a little bush all over my t-shirt.
You're saying that's my shirt?
Yeah, it's your shirt from your closet.
Show everybody the shirt.
Say
first of all.
War Golf Extra, St. Louis Post-Dispatch. Bush declares victory.
Why would that be my shirt?
Because you're a big. You just said last episode how much you loved Reagan, so by proxy you have to like George H.W. Bush.
In high school, I said he was my favorite president in a class.
Yeah, but this is just like Ronald Reagan light.
That's true. So maybe he would be my second favorite.
It would be your second president.
Predator.
He would be your second Predator.
Well,
you ever watch it?
No, I haven't. I need to watch the Predator movies. I already answered your question without you even being able to ask it. I'm sick of your shit. You know that George Bush was friends with Ellen DeGeneres? Or is friends with Ellen? Not that Bush.
Yeah, wasn't it like the whole reason why she got off the air?
I don't know. No, it was because she was like a terrible person.
And then like the George Bush stuff added to it though.
Yeah, it didn't help. It didn't help.
Yeah, so I'm a big George Bush fan, but maybe I'm wearing this ironically.
Yeah, no.
That's for the audience.
I'll just be honest with you guys because Gavin won't. It is literally, we recorded the episode like 10 minutes ago.
Different week.
And we literally told everybody.
Totally different week.
We told everybody that we were going to be doing.
Totally different week.
That it was going to be a 2-part episode, even though.
And this is the better episode too. So we hyped it up this episode.
You did say that.
It's going to be the better episode. You guys you just skip last week. This one's the one where
I don't like the idea of us telling people not to listen.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah.
No, I know you're joking.
Well, they wouldn't have been hearing this the same week anyway.
That's true. Maybe everybody, when they heard last week's episode,
they're probably like, man, I wish I would have skipped this and went to the second episode.
So technically, we could tell people that it is a different week.
Yeah, this is a different week.
Hey guys, welcome to a different week.
Yeah, different week.
I wore the same outfit by accident.
Yeah, outfit repeater, and I'm just an outfit noticer.
Outfit
repeater noticer.
And I know you love your bush.
Mm-hmm.
I saw your bush recently. Hey, so we got a fun episode coming up here today, second part of the episode. I'm finally going to say that thing that I said I was going to say in last week's episode this week.
Yep.
So stay tuned for that. I will say it. It's a crazy thing that I've never said. I've never told anybody, not even you. And we're going to say that for the very end. So you got to stay tuned. I didn't have time to do it last week, so we should have time this week, though.
We'll see about that.
Clock's running.
Also, this Dr. Pepper I just finished was from before we started this episode.
Yeah, you just left it here.
I just left it here for at least last week. I haven't moved.
Yeah. No, not at all.
We actually, Carson never uses this couch. We just keep it here, just like this.
Yeah, this set stays the same. I definitely don't spend 15 minutes setting the set up for when Gavin gets here.
Get real, man.
None of that
Get
ever
fucking real.
happens. What's happening this week? Well, we have a guest coming up.
Well, the U.S. is killing owls.
U.S. Yeah, we're gonna repeat everything we did. Someone did say a joke where they were like, "What if there was a podcast that every week they do the same podcast verbatim? They read the same. It's the same script. It's the same thing.
That would be really hard to do,
man.
Week. I mean, that's essentially just a Broadway performance.
Yeah, you're right. It's like, what if you because I feel like the only reason you would do it is like you do your best episode, and then you're like, well, let's just keep doing that. People loved it so much.
Yeah. I feel like I mean, like, and we would wear different outfits and like, say different intros, but then essentially keep the outros and the content exactly the same.
Exactly the same.
So where we just start editing in where we film like 3-minute intros for like each episode every single day.
Right.
So it's like, oh, welcome to episode 176. And it's like we change shirts, change shoes. Welcome to episode 177. And then we do then it's just the same clip.
Thing. It's true. We could do it. We'll try it out. I was just thinking though, I was like, maybe that's been done before though, because there's a live podcast that will tour. And the only live podcast I've ever been to, which now I kind of have to keep it low key because one of these people is kind of canceled. I don't know if you know about this.
Matt Rife.
Tiny Meat Gang.
Right. Yeah.
Cody Ko and Noel Miller.
Yeah.
Cody Ko, some interesting things came up recently, and he has yet to say anything about it. Probably because he has a movie that just came out.
It's about like texting underage girls, right? Or like whenever he was in the frat, right?
He without getting into too much of the weeds of it, Tana Mojo.
Right. Everybody's favorite.
She's actually, I do
she's
enjoy Tana. I mean, she's nuts, but in like a good way. She was kind
of crazy.
Truly, I think she was just like a lot of like, even though she's not a child actor per se, but like child influencers who are now like getting into adulthood are really like under attack for no reason. And I think she was just a victim of being under attack of a lot of that shit as far as like TanaCon and shit like that goes.
Right. I forgot
Not
about that.
Not that she didn't do wrongdoing, but she has a since apologized for it.
Like she's tried to make amends as best she can.
For sure. But when she was 17, she has said recently that she was 17 when her and Cody Ko hooked up when he was 25.
Oh.
So consensual or not, it's still gross.
Yeah,
it's still really
statutory.
Gross. It's still statutory, exactly. And that recently came to light because during a live podcast of hers, actually, that when she was on tour for her podcast, she mentioned it. And it's kind of confusing, and I need to look into it more. It's why I've never talked about it. Yeah. Not because I was a fan and I, wanted to protect my boy or whatever. That doesn't matter. She's just bounced around whether it was 17 or 18. Yeah. There's proof that they were friends and did videos when she was 17, so it's perceivable that could have happened. But I'm not trying to back anybody up. I'm just stating the facts of what I know. Mixed bag. But anyways, back to that was the only live podcast I'd ever been to of Cody Ko and Noel Miller's podcast, Tiny Meat Gang. Right. And I know for sure there was a few segments that they had definitely just been repeating every week. Yeah. But like they did different stuff. Like they came out and Noel like made fun of us for our like the known food in the city is toasted ravioli. Like they couldn't fathom that, which I thought was funny because it's like it sounds fucking crazy,
but it's really good.
It's amazing. But yeah, that just made me realize that they kind of did do that, just repeating podcasts.
Yeah, I guess like even whenever we saw Eric Andre, it was similar to that.
Yeah, that's not a podcast though. Yeah. That's a live show. Yeah. And I guess maybe it's kind of different. I don't know. I don't even know where this tangent was going.
Well, let's pull up Sean, get him on the call.
Yeah, I wonder if he's in here or not. He wasn't a second ago. He's still not. Where is this little bastard at? Let me tell him to join now. Yeah, so what are we talking about this week? I didn't even get to that. So we have Gavin's brother Sean calling in. If you can. Sorry, I can't text and talk at the same time. I didn't even send him the link. Jesus Christ, I'm an idiot. I was gonna say. That's my bad. I'll apologize to him. I said, sweet, here's the link, and then I didn't send the link. Wow, I'm so smart. So we have Sean calling in, Gavin's brother, to talk about his internship with the Minnesota Twins. Yes, the MLB team, guys. We have very important call happening here soon. We're very excited to talk to him about that because he was on recently, and we talked about it before he went. Now he's been there for 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
3 weeks.
Something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
And then we have Carson's Cinema Corner featuring... Why is everything so loud over there?
I did not click any buttons.
You're fine. We have Carson's Cinema Corner featuring Gavin this week, talking about Lawnmower Man, and I will talk about MaXXXine, the brand new movie by Ty West.
The Lawnmower Man.
Did I just say Lawnmower Man with no the?
Yeah.
Sorry, that's my bad.
Man. No, the Lawnmower Man.
I'll take my, I'll do my penance or whatever they made Job do.
Penance?
He had to say
Penance.
the Lord's Prayer
Yeah.
over and over again and mark it on a board. And then Nextdoor Drama, of course, and then What You Listening To. That's what's going on this week. Let's see if he's in here or not. He's still not in here. Again, it's my bad. It's saying the address is invalid. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Sorry, guys. We're doing this all live. Oh, goody. I might have sent him the wrong one. Let's try this one. Send her over. Yeah, so hopefully Sean will be here in a second. I got to record my screen anyways, so this is perfect timing. And Gavin's just going to send a text over there.
Yeah, I was looking at the MaXXXine reviews.
Why? Don't.
No. I'm seeing what people have said about it.
Okay.
So
okay. It seems like pretty negative across the board from what I'm hearing, which is surprising because, I mean, I guess I'll just vamp here for a bit before Sean gets in here. Give you a little pre review. I have loved all of Ty West's the last 3 movies he's done. I thought X was good, but Pearl, like, I was like, this is fucking amazing. This is so good. So here's Sean. We'll get back to that in a minute. Uh-oh. There he is. He's got to tune in his audio. It's coming from the wine cellar. Can you hear us?
Hello.
There he is. Can you hear us okay? Can you hear us through our mics?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Gavin.
Can you hear your big baby brother over there?
You can hear me really well.
Good guy.
You're on camera, so make sure you have your...
let me wipe off my camera then.
Wipe off, can you? Can you
I got pants on.
Oh, yeah, he does. We're getting a shot of the room and everything.
Yeah.
Do you want to give us do you have stars up there?
Yeah, it helps me sleep at night.
I know you need that, buddy. I know you have trouble sleeping.
I get tremors.
You get tremors. You like that movie? Yeah.
Yeah.
He does like that movie, right, Sean? Sean, you like that movie, don't you, buddy?
Tell us you like that
and
movie.
I love stars.
You love stars. Name your favorite star.
Neptune.
Wow. Is that a star? You seem like a star guy.
What
is this pose about?
Because I'm trying to see.
Do you need me to move it over more? I would rather you sit up straight like an adult than...
trying to see.
You can sit up.
Sleepy.
We have a very professional interview to do here.
Yeah.
I would like you to compose yourself.
You're talking to a fucking professional right now.
This is a fucking This guy, you don't even understand what the level this guy has to live up to. Look at this camera work. Are you kidding me right now? This is professional.
I'm sitting at my fucking desk at work right now. And you're over here not even sitting up straight, dude.
He's at work.
No, you're right. You're right.
I've been working since 8.
Hey, did you have to work today? Did you guys have a game?
Yeah. We did have a game. I had to work. Yeah.
Did you guys win?
It was a walk-off home run.
Yeah,
Christian
Damn.
Vasquez.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, I was going to turn my original sound on, and now I can't. It keeps going away. Whatever. Oh. No, it doesn't matter.
Whatever.
Well, Sean, can you... So you've obviously... You're the most repetitive guest on our show.
Like, get out of here.
You're the most...
Gotta be number 20, dude.
At least. I don't know. I didn't keep a count. I'd have to go back and check. But the last time you were on with Spencer, you told us what you would be doing. Now you've been doing it for what? Is this going on week 3?
Yes.
Yes.
This is going on week 4.
Is it really 4?
I'll say week 3.
Okay, we'll say week 3.
Yeah, but by the time this episode comes out, which is not this week, but next week, it will be at least 4 weeks.
So, Sean, I didn't tell you this. We're doing a. Are you playing Candy Crush in the background?
Did you hear something?
No, you're just doing a lot of like playing video game tongue movements.
No, I got a tooth thing going on.
You got what's happening? Is it hurt?
Yeah, it just hurts.
Oh shit, you got to get that checked out, brother. Oh, that's
It's
a lot better.
It's hurt for years though. And this is?
Yeah. A lot more professional. Now we can see your whole desk.
I can see your whole
desk.
I
can see my whole desk.
Yeah. I love the desk.
Look at my desk.
Look at my desk. But yeah, so you were on and you told us what you'd be doing. Now it's going on. Oh yeah, I was going to say, I didn't tell you this, but we're doing a 2-parter episode today because I'm flying to LA on Wednesday. So you're in part 2. So this won't come out this week. This will come out next week.
Yeah, so can you tell us what the Twins record's going to be in 2 weeks?
Give us the bookie because we got to make some DraftKings predictions.
Yeah. Sponsored by FanDuel.
take the over of Christian Vasquez.
Got
every
it.
game.
Got
Sounds
it.
good. Thank you.
I think he's thinking we're
You
talking
know.
about the past, but
No,
That's
he's
okay.
got it.
he's got it. He knows his guys.
He knows his guys. Yeah.
Well, and
He
tell
works
us
with
why you know yours guys. So when this comes out, it'll be going on week 5, but right now going on week 4. What exactly are you doing up there? What is your job? Just give us like we don't know what you're doing.
So basically, I make protein shakes.
Well, tell us what your job is. What are you doing? Like start there.
That's what I do.
No, but tell us like you are doing what for who?
I'm the strength conditioning intern for the Minnesota Twins.
There you go. Now everybody at home's perked up. Now you got our attention.
Yeah.
He's at his desk
He's
right now.
at attention.
Yeah, I'm at my desk though.
You got a big chair.
It is.
It is. It is.
He's got a big chair to fill.
So that's your job.
I'm a big intern.
He's a big intern. So that's your
Yeah.
job. Now, what do you do? Exactly. What does that mean?
Yeah, like I said, I make protein shakes. I probably make about 15 protein shakes a day.
Damn. How many grams is that?
What's 30 times 15?
Well,
You took
15
calculus,
times 2
I
is
don't know.
30.
You're
There
gonna
you
use
go.
a calc?
Yeah, I can pull up a
What,
calc.
what does that mean for the chat? What is a calc?
Well, calc is short for calculator.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Just so the chat knows.
Just
That's-
to check out.
this is very important that we figure this out.
I like those pillows. Are those new pillows?
Yeah, dude. These are from Brain Dead.
I was about that one behind you. I thought that said Beavis and Butthead.
No, it says Brain Dead.
Oh, that's cool.
Come on, dude. Give me the program.
450,
450 grams of
which
protein.
is really important that we got
Jesus.
that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that was something I needed to know. Just for
So I make I make that, and then I kind of make sure the fridge stays stocked throughout the day because guys will just grab water bottles and protein shakes throughout the day, or like energy drinks. So I keep that stocked. And then when I'm not doing that, I'm on the floor making sure guys aren't doing exercises incorrectly.
Yeah. So I wanted to know, I haven't asked you this. Have you, like, do you feel comfortable going to a professional Major League Baseball player and being like, do this differently with your workout? Like, do this. Have you done that yet?
I have done that yet.
And did you get a negative response, or were they like, they respected you?
No.
Okay. I just
They
wondered that
respect me,
because,
yeah.
like, you know, I mean,
It's a
They're-
valid. I mean, that's exactly what I was thinking when I first
Right.
came, and like that's why I was like hesitant for like the first week or two to like even say anything because I feel like they'd
For
be
sure.
like, shut the fuck up, dude."
right. Like, yeah.
Fuck
Okay, yeah,
you.
right. No, you're right. I'll just go fuck.
You're right. You have,
Yeah,
You're right.
sir.
You're so good at baseball.
right. You have more money than I could even think about, but you are right.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
So
'cause- Yeah. I know that feeling.
Yeah. I'll tell you what recently happened because it recently happened. It happened a day or two ago.
Okay.
So another part of my job is that whenever the team is away, I work with the injured guys.
Right.
So
Right.
they usually have like a rehab protocol they have to follow.
hmm
And so this one guy, I can name drop, Alex Kirilov.
Oh, I know him, yeah.
Yeah.
I did not trade
So
him
he
in
had,
my
like-
MLB The Show, by the way. Don't tell him that.
Yeah, good. He
He
he's
did
had
tell
lower
us.
back pain.
Hmm.
And so we've been working with him in that. And so he was working out the other day. He was actually lifting weights for like the first time in
Oh,
a
shit.
while because, yeah. So he was doing single leg RDLs. And
That's
when he was working his left leg, his right leg was opening up. So his hip was kind of opening up, getting into external rotation, which is kind of taking away from the hamstring
Okay.
and the glute med. And so basically I told him, I said, on the next rep, don't let your right hip open up, like keep it closed. And he just kept it closed.
There
But
you
hey,
go.
listen.
That was it. So he listened.
There you go,
Lesson
dude.
learned.
And I did like the Kobe Bryant fist bump. I was
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. You're like, yes.
Sorry.
No, that's cool. And that's awesome that, I mean, like, you know, whether they verbally respected you or not, they still respect you for saying that, you know, they put their trust in you to do that. And I think that's cool. Cause yeah, I'd wondered that all along. I was like, cause yeah, I mean, I know what that's like to put your input in on something with people that are like, have been doing something for a long time. And like, you're like, I don't know what I could tell them that they don't already know.
Right.
But it's just
Yeah.
like, you know, this is what you do, this is what you're the professional at, so they ought to trust you.
It
That's cool that
also
they do.
is tough to feel validated because
For sure.
if guys have questions, they're probably going to go to the 30 and 40-year-old actual strength coach than the intern.
Right. Yep.
So
No, you're 100% right.
Has your strength coach, have they been like, oh, well, why don't you ask the intern? Because that is exactly what has happened many times on my rotation with my pharmacist. He's like, well, that's a question for the student.
Test.
And I'm like, shit.
This is a different setting in the fact that they can't play around and do fun shit like that because
what are you trying to say, man?
These guys like cost a lot of money, and like anything I fuck up could cost them money.
Yeah.
Right.
And like they don't fuck with that.
And does that weigh on your conscience whenever you're doing that? Like, do you ever think about that, or is that out of your mind?
That's honestly out of my mind.
Okay, I would hope so, but that would probably get to me at some point. So I'd be like, if I fuck this up, I haven't
really thought about it.
And not that you're gonna fuck anything up, because you are a professional or going to be a professional at what you do. So you're not going to you're knowledgeable. You're not going to tell someone something
with the intention of like making them lose.
Certainly no intention. But like, even if you told them something and they did it wrong and it hurt them, it's still not really your fault because it's probably something they did wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And most exercises they do at that level, there's like a 10 or 5% risk of injury.
Yeah, they're not doing
everything
is like.
They're doing trap bar deadlifts, but very rarely. Okay. I don't know if they're even doing it. There's a few guys that do it, but those guys aren't everyday players.
Yeah, and it's probably more just. I mean, do any of those guys like have an interest in lifting weights outside of because of baseball? I guess they might not even have time for it, really.
No, because.
Why would you?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
They do what they have to do, and then they're out of there. And they go play baseball.
That makes sense. Yeah, I just wonder that, but yeah, I guess you don't have time for it, and also I don't know if like bodybuilding has any equivalent to baseball in any sort of way. It might even do the opposite.
Explosiveness.
Yeah, there's a point of diminishing returns for sure.
Right.
Also, just like if you're spending more time in the gym than practicing the sport, you won't get better at the sport what you're getting paid to do. So.
Damn, I could see that quote up on a poster. We got to put that quote up on a poster.
Yeah, Michael Jordan, that shit.
Michael Jordan.
Fuck them kids.
Fuck them kids.
Yeah.
No, that's so cool, dude. And obviously, we're super excited for you. Literally the point where like people know I'm friends with you and are asking me about what you're doing. And I'm like,
oh, really?
Yeah. And I'm like, why are you asking me? I mean, like, I know, but it's like,
I'm not going to tell you.
I'm not going to tell you.
You got to give me a little bit of money.
Oh,
for
he's
that.
doing like, he's like hella low-key about that shit. Like, I probably shouldn't speak on his name.
He don't want to speak about that shit.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to talk about that.
He was seen dapping up like Byron Buxton, like Carlos Correa, like on the reg.
They got the pap got.
That is like, it's weird to say now, but like the players are like the best part of the job because the staff and the coaches, they definitely want me to feel like an intern.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's like a weird thing that I won't get into too much, but like it's something that does suck, and it is unfortunately just the way it is. But like you'll soon gain respect of those guys. It does just take time. Like I've been through it.
I'm going through it right now.
Exactly, and you're going through it right now.
I was talking to like my proctor, I guess. I mean, I don't know. It was my professor, but I graduated. But she came.
Yeah.
There's some funny stories there. I could tell that funny story, but I don't know.
Hey, anyway, up to you. Up to you.
What were we just talking about? I totally lost my
Your proctor.
Respect of the coaches and stuff versus the players.
Oh, that's right. She was saying that like they might not delegate me with certain tasks because they might have done that in the past with former interns.
True.
And they could have fucked that up, and now they don't do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is really unfortunate because
right,
I feel like I'm capable of everything that I could do.
Right, and maybe just to give you a little piece of advice with that, if I may. I had that. It's kind of same thing with that. Like I'll even just say with the office hours job, being an intern. And like, it's just something where you just like, if you just kind of keep like asking about it, like not being like annoying about it, but just being like, hey, like if you ever need help with that, just let me know. And eventually they'll see your interest in it and like really wanting to help, and they'll be like, okay, why don't you come do this thing? That was something I had to do, is just like not being annoying or overbearing about it, but just kind of keep being like, hey, I'd love to do this if you ever need me to, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think there's no harm in doing that, unless you're like, hey, can I do this?
Hey, come here.
Yeah.
Come here. Can I
I
please
just
do
try to
this?
make sure everything that they have me do, I don't fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. Just
And one time I did fuck up. I accidentally gave Correa's energy drink to Byron Buxton instead.
Oh,
I flip-flopped their energy drinks.
And what's the difference between the energy drinks? Just flavors? Or level of caffeine?
Yeah, so Byron Buxton gets 2 scoops of Catalyte.
Ooh, this is wait, hold on. This is an exclusive.
Yeah, this is insider.
This is insider info.
This is I'm
is this
reporting
okay
this to
to be
ESPN.
leaked?
I'm putting this on ESPN. I'm tipping them.
This will be on ESPN tomorrow.
Yeah.
You got to be okay if this can leak or not.
So yeah, Byron, he gets 2 scoops of electrolytes and that's it.
Oh.
And then Correa gets like 2 scoops of electrolytes plus aminos plus this like stuff called the right stuff.
What does that mean?
That's the dating app that he has to download and put onto his phone.
It's a right-wing dating app.
It's a right-wing dating app.
No, it's like this like sodium. It's
okay.
It's so much fucking. It's like salt water is basically what it is. It was made by NASA. It said on the packaging. It has like 1,400 milligrams of sodium.
What the hell?
And they're like this big. They're like this big.
What the fuck? So
That's
wait,
like
what is
paper thing?
What is this big? Is it like a tea bag?
The right stuff.
Yeah,
It's,
but
it's like it.
yeah.
Imagine...
Jamie, can you pull that up?
Yeah.
Yeah, pull it up. I really, like those ketchup packets.
Yeah.
That those.
Oh, it's
that
a liquid.
Mimic, like a. Yeah. That mimic like the actual shape of a bottle, but they're little.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yep.
Jamie, we're really
Thank you,
professional
Jamie.
over here.
You're welcome.
So anyway,
Thank you,
he takes
You're
that in
welcome.
there, and it's like a nutrient
Thing.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Supplement.
Yeah, supplement. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you switch those up, and then what happened?
Well, I just put Correa's name on Buxton's and Buxton's number on Correa's.
I see. And then they drank them, and then they spit them out in tandem,
Yeah,
like a
they-
80s movie. They went,
Let's go.
what the heck?
And they threw it at you.
Yeah, and they're like, there's the right stuff in this one.
No,
Yeah,
I think,
I was just like, they don't let me in the dugout. At least
Yeah,
I haven't asked, or they haven't told me to go.
right.
So I just like watch the game on the TV in the gym.
Aw. Listen, I mean, I can't say anything for sure, but I think it's just gonna take time,
Oh, 100%.
It's
But,
not,
like,
it's not, don't ever take anything that happens personally,
Yeah.
The
The like my boss came like speed walking into the gym. He's like, what does Byron like get in his electrolyte mix? I was like, oh, he just does 2 scoops of electrolytes. He's like, okay. He's like, somehow they got mixed up.
Oh, so they didn't even know you mixed it up.
I was like, oh shit. I was like, because I make all the drinks. I was like, my bad.
Oh, so you did apologize for it. I thought you were just gonna be
Yeah,
like,
of
I don't
course.
know how that happened.
I don't know.
But he came
I think
speed.
that was the other intern. I gotta go to the bathroom.
So the coach came speed walking in to
to fix it.
ask
To remedy
that.
the situation.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool, fun toys I was using.
Toys?
When I was. Yeah.
Like
Because I
G.I.
can.
Joe?
They let me work out there during the games.
Oh, nice. I know you had asked about that, but I didn't know that you were actually doing that.
Yeah. Can I video share on my screen?
Maybe. I might have to give you access to that. Let me see if I can.
I might
you-
have to give you access.
Let me see if I can give you access. Are you I don't know if you can share on your phone. Try now. We'll see.
Okay. I don't even know how.
Yeah, I don't know if
What's
you
this stupid interface?
this interface is all
This
buggy.
interface is all kinds of messed up.
I don't know if it'll. You can also send it to me and I can pull it up.
Okay.
I'm assuming it's a
Okay.
video
Yeah.
in your office.
In my office. That's it.
He's just in his office right now.
He's just chilling in his office.
That's just my office. I hope they don't take forever to load.
Have you been watching The Office, Gavin?
Yeah, I've been keeping up with it recently. You know, there's new episodes every Tuesday night at 7, 8 Central. So
Love The Office, dude. BJ Novak. What an
my
actor.
favorite guy.
What an actor.
And if I were
Oh,
ever,
right,
if I were ever like a writer on a show, I would want to write myself into the show, of course.
Right.
That's always like a really good idea.
That's a real very cheeky thing to do.
Get me right there.
No, you
Well, I'm waiting for the text. Jamie's waiting for the text right now from Sean.
All right, those are my. Oh,
Okay, I
boy,
got
boy.
something here.
Oh, it loaded. That was quick.
I got something.
So one of the videos I'm using, they have a bar tracking system.
Okay, they haven't
So
loaded
it's a
up yet,
camera?
but they sent, but they haven't loaded. But keep talking. I'm sorry.
So they have a camera mounted on a rack, and the
Whoa.
camera picks up motion,
Okay.
and it measures in meters per second.
Okay.
And you do the speed training that we did at the shed with like the bands.
Yes, I think so.
So it's kind of like the same thing, only it's like actually measuring it.
You might have to hit view and then see if like.
So like I
do you
can
see
work
view?
on like strength speed, which is like 0.5, like 0.5 to like 0.8.
Okay.
Or no, excuse me, 0.8 to point.
Sorry.
Excuse me, 0.75 to 1, I believe.
Okay.
That's like strength speed, right? And so like, point is that you're trying to move the bar as fast as possible with as much weight, and each rep, there's an iPad that like shows you how fast you're going,
Huh.
and you got to stay in this like green zone.
Okay.
But if you go too fast for like multiple reps, then you probably need to up the weight, and
Okay.
if you go too slow, then you probably need to lower the weight to stay in that velocity
Right.
threshold.
I
It's
have
really cool.
I have them both here, and I'm gonna have to turn you down a little bit because everything's on the same track. Which one is this one with you in the red shirt? What's that video?
Oh yeah, again, and then that is me jumping on our force plates.
Okay. Here, I'm gonna play
So those
this.
force plates are like $20,000.
Jesus.
I actually think my boss ends up. Oh no, it doesn't. Never mind. But yeah, so that's really cool because that measures obviously jump height, momentum, braking, rate of force development,
Okay.
peak relative braking power, propulsion power, and MRSI.
That's cool.
And it measures like how much force you're putting into the ground on each leg, and then all together.
I like the shirt too. Actually, it's a cool shirt.
Thank you.
Let me watch this other one. So this other one is
The pushing bar thing.
okay.
Talking to guys in the gym. So, but it does happen at the beginning. I think it's like three. It's a 3-minute long video.
Yeah, we won't watch the whole thing. I'll just watch this beginning part.
But I didn't click it. You might have to like fast forward to like later on in the video. But I actually clicked the iPad, and then you can see the
I
graph
can also
come up.
mute it too. I literally just realized I can mute that the whole time.
Yeah, go to
Oh, yeah.
like the end of the video.
Okay. Whenever you said you clicked the iPad there and then
And he
I
hops
think I
in.
see
He
it.
hops in under. He gets put under another guy.
he gets put on top of another guy.
Mhm.
There he goes. Watching it. How is that being measured on that iPad thing?
Well, it knows where the bar is starting.
I see. It's just
And-
leveled out and see
Yep.
where it's coming up. That's
The
cool.
camera is at the top of the rack behind me.
I see. Okay, that makes sense. That's cool.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking sweet.
Crazy equipment that I'm sure you were just coming in your pants when you saw.
I was like, oh,
I gotta use
Whoa, 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 whoa.
I gotta figure out a way to put this in my workout.
I gotta use the. Yeah, you gotta change your whole workout just for there.
Just to use a camera.
So
Right.
do you think adding that type of technology has improved the game of baseball, or do you see that as like a necessary addition to the sport or in the training regimen?
Oh, I think it's necessary. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you don't have to guess on the speed, the velocities on your end, speeds on your end, like we were doing at the shed. Because I can guarantee at the shed we were going way too fucking slow. I can say that shit right now.
Well, now you do have like that knowledge. Are you gonna bring any of that like back to the shed with you? I know
Yeah, there was one time I didn't work out, and I specifically recorded me doing, because on the iPad you can choose the threshold you want to be in, so you could do strength, speed, strength, accelerative strength or accelerative speed, and like all these different exercises. And so I took a video of me doing speed strength and strength speed to see the difference.
Mm-hmm.
To take that back home.
Yeah, that's cool.
But also I had to do it just like feel what it felt like.
And just to do it because it's cool.
Yeah, I mean, shit,
Well,
I'd be doing it. And I don't even do anything as crazy as Sean does.
Yeah.
But I knew that, dude. You should have had me there to tell freaking Correa about the thing with the single leg RDLs, dude. Like I would have known that.
Kirilov.
Well, yeah.
Even though I have to now think about my single leg RDLs and wonder if I'm doing that because I might be. I have no idea.
Could be. It's a common mistake.
You just have to record yourself doing it.
It's actually a very common mistake.
Just yours.
What is that? Yeah, that's my pubic hair.
Yeah,
what is that?
I don't know. It looked like
I didn't like that. It looked like it looked too stiff to be pube.
It was part
Is
of
that your pube, Sean? Oh, more stars. What does that poster say? A is for Adam. Oh, that's your poster.
It's my I made it.
I thought that was like where you're staying at. That was like the people's poster. I'm like, that's a really scary poster to just have. But I was like, oh, it's just yours.
Up in their attic.
Yeah.
But you've made good friends with a couple of the players there. Who are some ones that have stood out to you?
Yeah, who are your besties?
I'm bros with Justin Topa, at least I think.
At least you think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a conversation every day.
That's cool.
Yeah. He's also on the injured list, so I've seen him basically every day that I go.
You probably get to know those guys more than the other guys, I would assume.
Yeah.
Just seeing them more often. So he's a pitcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be honest with the listeners at home. I'm a little baseball dumb. I'm not the smartest up on all the baseball players. So Gavin is being very gracious and pulling up pictures over here, which just honestly helps me a lot.
I play MLB The Show, which is the MLB video game.
You're cosplaying what Sean does.
I'm cosplaying. I'm cosplaying what the GMs do. I'm playing with them. So I traded Justin Topa and a prospect for a Brewers prospect. And I told Sean that with Jackson Churio is who I traded for. He's like 21 years old. Oh. And I traded this pitcher who's a relief pitcher because I didn't make him like an untouchable or like trade list or like, has to be traded this offseason. And so I traded him for a prospect, and I told Sean that, and Sean told Justin Topa that I traded him.
Did you really? What did he say?
He's like, oh shit. He's like, I'll do better. And then he walked away, got on the treadmill. He's like, who did he trade me for? And I was like, I don't know actually. He's like, probably a bag of baseballs.
Oh man!
You hurt his feelings.
Yeah, I did not mean to.
He probably goes home and he's laying in bed. I don't know if he's married or not, laying in bed next to his wife, and he's like, you know what Sean told me today? Who's Sean?
So
he said his brother traded me.
He starts it off as just a story, but then he gets really pissed off.
Yeah. Can you believe this? His brother traded me an MLB The Show. Can't believe it.
I guess I'm just not good enough for something.
I guess it's just, I'm not good enough. How old is he? Is he a younger guy?
He's 33.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because how many people are on the team that are like your age? Because, one.
And he was just called up.
Oh, shit. That's cool.
Yeah, his name is Brooks Lee.
Nice. Bruce Lee?
Yeah. I was talking to him a little bit.
Yeah.
Because he came into the gym during the game. He had just hit a home run.
Oh shit!
And he came into the gym, but holy fuck, I'm fucking up here. He hit a home run.
Mm-hmm.
The next at bat, he like grounded out or something, and then he came into the gym.
Okay.
And so he came in like smiling. I was like, you still running that riding that home run high? He's like, yeah. I was like, 'cause it was his first major league home run.
Right. After just being called up.
I was like, oh, that's pretty sweet. He's like, how old are you? And I was like, 22.
Right after you asked that, man, that felt pretty good.
There,
yeah,
there
that felt
might have
pretty
been
good.
a follow-up question to that, or no, he asked me if I played college ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
I
you're like,
was
yeah,
I played
LSU. Oh shit, he just.
Yeah, I was
froze.
like, I played at Missouri Baptist.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I played at Missouri Baptist. And he goes, oh, shit, really? He's like, I wanted to play there so bad. I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was about to say, I'm like, whoa, what the fuck? I don't want to be rude, but why?
No, I don't know where he went, but I told him that. And then he asked me how old I was.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm 22. He's like, I'm 23. He's like, you're the first person I'm older than.
And then did he say, do you want to be friends? So do you want to be friends or something?
Hey, maybe we can be friends.
Not to sidetrack, but that happened to me once in elementary school. This sticks out of my mind. It was like a new kid. He was a new kid. I don't remember his name, but like we had to. Do you remember we had to like take turns taking out the trash or something, or doing something? Did that ever happen in your class?
It was taking lunches down to the lunch.
Yeah, that's what it was. And I paired up with this
New
random kid I didn't know, and I had never talked to him. And we were like taking it down, and like we maybe talked a little bit. And he's like, do you want to be friends? And I was like, I literally went, no, I'm okay. I literally told him no, because I was like, what do we have to be like? We haven't done anything.
I don't need friends.
I don't want to be friends with you. You stink. So you gotta ask him that. Do you want to be friends?
Hey, you want to be friends, Brooks?
He went to Cal Polytechnic.
What does that
Wow.
mean? Maybe he did want to go to MoBA. I've never heard of this college. Let's say San Luis Obispo.
Drew
Oh.
Thorpe is there. Ryan Wu went there. Spencer
Okay.
Howard went there.
I know where that is. It's in Cali. He's a Cali guy.
Yeah, he's a Cali guy.
Cali dude. Tell him you got a boy who's moving out there.
San Luis Obispo.
It's San Luis Obispo.
Right.
It is. That's what I.
No, I'm saying I don't know.
You're just sounding. You're just sounding.
Yeah, I'm sounding.
We're sounding on the show today too. I forgot to mention that. Well, this Zoom is running out, Sean, and we have to move on and talk about movies. But we do appreciate you calling in. It was a lot of fun, very insightful. We definitely want to have you back on soon again, so we can get more war stories.
Right.
And I hope to hear that you're out in the dugout here soon, because that'd be fucking sick. I think
hope
it'll
to have,
happen
like,
soon enough,
Cool
man.
stories.
Yeah,
Say what?
it'll happen soon enough. You know.
Yeah.
I patience sucks, but
It's a virtue.
it'll happen. It's a virtue. It's
Virtue.
a virgin. Patience is a virgin. All right, brother. Well, appreciate you calling in. I know it's getting super late there, so I'll let you get to bed.
Yeah, man.
Probably like, what, 2 a.m.
Yep.
now?
Yep.
Yep. All right, Sean. Talk to you later, buddy.
All right.
Get
Thanks
to
for
bed.
having me.
Get out of the office soon, okay?
I'll try.
Don't let them make you stay late at the office.
I gotta work.
All right. You're breaking up. I gotta go.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Well, that was fun.
Yeah.
That was a good time. Yeah, man. Good for your brother. You're a proud older brother.
I am. Yeah.
You are. I wanted to mention this when Sean was on, when I was talking about how people are asking me about what he's doing, which is legitimately people are.
Yeah. Oh
which
no, I know.
It's funny, but like you are like, whenever people ask you about it, you talk about it very proud. Like you're not like the jealous brother.
Oh really?
And you never have been. You're always like, yeah, he's doing this and it's so cool. And
Yeah.
like
I always say like, oh yeah, he's got
you
a
are
gym.
truly proud of him.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
is
like
cool.
he's got a shed in my friend's backyard that they made a gym out of.
But when Sean talks about you, it's
Yeah,
bad.
yeah,
It's
I know. I
really
know it's really
He's
bad.
like, I don't know,
Yeah.
he's doing something with pills or something.
Yeah.
Like he has a pill problem. He's like, I don't know,
I don't fucking know. He's
I don't know. He's freaking trading Justin Tropa.
Right.
That's really funny. That he
No,
did
I know.
that.
I was not expecting to tell him that, but I was like, but
because I remember when you told him that.
Yeah.
We were on Discord and you told him that. And
Yeah.
I was like, I don't even know what any of this stuff means.
Yeah.
But that's so
I
funny
said I
that he
traded
told
him, which is true. And I was like, I had just heard like that day, and I was like, I gotta trade it for this guy. This guy's gonna be good.
Big mistake.
And he's really good in the game too. Like he's actually like solid overall and like does pitch really good. But it's just one of those like, yeah, I gotta
do what you gotta do.
Yeah. So, you got any questions about the MLB? Sean maybe knows a guy.
That's true. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm jokingly like, I could get on DraftKings.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's really any help there.
No.
And obviously, he would get in big trouble.
Yeah.
If there's anything
like
he
collusion.
could help with, it would obviously be.
It would be
big
like
trouble,
lineups.
So that is 100% a joke. But yeah, man. Moving on, let's talk about some movies.
Yeah.
Carson's Cinema Corner. You used to do a sound effect where you play that film reel, and I need to download it, or maybe you need to download it. But I guess you don't have that kind of soundboard.
I think I can. You can play the whole minute.
Yeah, I was literally gonna say, I'm like, don't stop it, just keep playing. Well, what do you think we should talk about first? Because we did watch Lawnmower Man before I saw MaXXXine.
Yeah, let's talk about Lawnmower Man.
You want to talk about Lawnmower Man first?
Yeah.
Okay, so I already went pretty deep in the
Yeah,
Lawnmower
we don't have
Man.
to break down the Lawnmower Man.
No, we don't have to break it down because Gavin has seen it. There's a part of Carson's Cinema Corner that's fun where I explain the movies to Gavin, but we don't need to do that this week.
Right.
I just want to get your first thoughts. So July 4th, that night after we left the fireworks, I was like, do you want to come back and kiss on my couch? And you agreed.
Yeah.
And then I said, after, do you want to watch Lawnmower Man?
Mm-hmm.
And you agreed.
Uh-huh.
And when we got here, we couldn't decide whether we should watch the question of should we watch the 2 hour and 20-minute theatrical or director's cut or the 1 hour and 40-minute theatrical cut was a question that we didn't decide, and it kept dwindling down to, okay, we're going to watch the theatrical cut, which I had not seen.
Which I
only seen the director's cut.
more keen to do because I did have to get up.
Yeah.
I did have to get up the next morning, and it was already like 11 o'clock.
Yeah. So we decided that, and I was like, I'm okay with that because I had never seen the theatrical cut. I just watched the director's one.
Right.
Which I had pretty rave reviews in the sense of it's not a great movie, but it's fun and it's good and it's weird and dumb at points.
It's very 90s.
It's very 90s. So what did you think of it? I want to get your first thoughts before we say anything else.
So I really was kind of locked in for that first first two acts of the movie. Mm-hmm. But then it just like really fell off a cliff in that third act.
When did it fall off for you? When do you think?
Honestly, whenever Job started to get really smart.
Yeah. And why do you think it fell off? Sorry.
Well, one of the reasons why I think it fell off was because it was just like one of those, it's just like the character stopped building. In my opinion, it was just like, oh, now he's just all knowing and powerful.
He's just smart.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
just
you would
kind of turn into a dick about it.
Right. And you would even mention that night, you were like, it just kind of happened too fast, which I totally agree with. But go on.
It was really fast, and after he killed the two people or whatever, it was like, all right, I get it's like a revenge story of that kind. Mm-hmm. But I was like, it was just kind of like one of those like, it's kind of like how do you kill Superman,
Right. Yeah.
Which is what that was. It was just kind of like, you can do whatever he wants. All right, well, I'm kind of tuned out at this point.
Yeah, and it turns out he pretty much killed himself, more or less. I mean, Dr. Angelo came in and figured it out, but...
Yeah, it's just... I don't know.
But we don't know. He didn't actually die, maybe.
Yeah, it was just one of those, like, there were a couple of parts in the movie, like the jokes stopped coming probably about like halfway through the movie.
We stopped laughing less.
Yeah, because it just started to get serious.
Yeah.
And like they started taking the movie really serious, and like, there was no like joking around with it.
Until the big head in the middle.
Even then it was like, what the fuck is going on? And they started shooting at it.
Yeah, so
but you noticed that there was a lot less setup in the director's or in the theatrical cut compared to the director's cut. So I think that was also a reason why I felt it was going really fast, and also that there wasn't really any good connections to these characters.
Yeah. So there's a full extra 30 minutes in the director's cut. A full extra 30 minutes. Which, actually, it's probably even like 33 minutes now that I think about it. And, dude, like, I had to watch it in 2 stages because I couldn't watch it all in one night. But, dude, I was legit, like, it felt like I was watching, like, a Martin Scorsese epic. Like, it's just because it's so long.
Right.
It's such a long movie. And, like, literally there is, like, so much more setup at the beginning before even Dr. Angelo asks if he wants to becomes smart, and there's like more of him doing the games and more of the setup before he gets smart, that like you really like feel it. Like you really feel it happening. You really feel the weight of it. Like the one main thing that you don't see is you don't, like when the monkey dies in the theatrical cut is not where he dies in the movie, in the director's cut. Like he gets shot in the building, and then Dr. Angelo's like, "What happened? You killed my monkey, whatever." Yeah. In the director's cut, the way you get introduced to Job makes more sense, because like in this, you just like Job's just there. Yeah. And you're like, we don't need to know. Along. Yeah. We don't even know who this guy is. He's just all of a sudden we're just introduced to him for some reason. In the director's cut, it goes to that the monkey escaped after getting shot, and they were able to track him down because of his blood after getting shot in the arm. And he shows up at Job's house, and Job thinks he's this comic book character, which is also a way bigger plot point in the director's cut, that he loves comic books, and that he thinks he's this comic book character, Cybo Man. Yeah. He keeps saying Cybo Man. But it's like, at the same time, it's a better way to introduce him, but it's also really stupid, because why would he think a monkey is a human? I mean, I get it. He's mentally challenged, but again, he's still high functioning. Like I would say, like he's high functioning autistic. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. You know, not highest, but higher, like higher. Yeah. So it was equally stupid, but it makes more sense.
I mean, literally, the comic book was that he had a stack of them, and he shared it with the kid, and then like the next time that he hangs out with the kid, that he's like, "Oh, I don't hang out. I don't do comic books anymore." Man.
Yeah.
But that was like the one point of it.
Yeah, it's like a huge plot point in the director's cut. And then, so what I was gonna say is the way the monkey dies is that the SWAT team gets there, and then that's when you get your meet cute of Dr. Angelo and Job, is because they had already met, but Dr. Angelo's like, no, that's the he also says, that's the Lawnmower Man, which you don't get that.
Oh, really?
I know you miss him saying the title of the movie in the theatrical cut, which
he
sucks.
does say it in the theatrical cut. They're like, that's the Lawnmower Man.
Oh, somebody else does. Yeah. Yeah. So, and then it like, Dr. Angelo's like, don't shoot the monkey, and then they shoot the monkey, and then Job has to watch that. And there's a scene there's a scene where he's fucking like scream crying about it.
Yeah, well, like that's the other thing, is that in the movie he also, or in the theatrical cut, he says like, he's like, you aren't supposed to hurt people. And it's like, where did he learn this lesson to not hurt people?
Right.
Like
it came from them killing the monkey. Because that was like his friend. He was so distraught about that.
Right, but it's like that was not explained during the theatrical cut. Is that it was like he just got smart and realized he shouldn't hurt people.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. There just
wasn't... or like the nootropic that they were giving him was not the violent version of it. So I guess they were trying to make a point that the non-violent version makes you actually not violent,
making it too
obvious.
Literal.
Yeah.
So that wasn't there. Another thing that happens at the end of the movie is Dr. Angelo's wife comes back, and they like murk her. They like fucking load her full of bullets. Those two guys who turn into ping pong ball things, like kill her. That does not, Dr. Angelo's wife leaves, and you never see her again.
Yeah, she's like, I'm going on a flight.
Yeah, and then you never see her again. And he leaves with the family.
Yeah, which is like one of those like childhood movies that like you would make at home kind of thing, where it's like, this character's gonna go away for a long time. Yeah.
Well, we also said, I pointed this out, that she's like, you're supposed to take me to the city.
Yeah.
What city? You guys live in a
that's
city.
What I asked him, like, where is this taking place? And you're like, I don't know.
I was like, I don't know.
It could have been southern Colorado. It could have been California.
Because you pointed out that Dr. Angelo has a British accent, Pierce Brosnan. Yeah. The Job's friend, who's also the pastor's brother, Terry, has an Irish accent. And Terry's also a way bigger character in the director's cut.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, he's like he's like a big part of the movie in it.
Which I mean,
he's a comic relief.
I get the Irish thing, because also like The Simpsons, like
it's like
the Scottish
Simpsons
guy.
World. Yeah.
But also like everybody else in the movie does not have an accent.
No.
And it's not, and he never talks about like living in the UK or like being from the UK, or like they're paying him big money to work on this project here. Mm-hmm. It was just, I have a British accent and I'm Pierce Brosnan, by the way.
And I'm Pierce Brosnan.
And he does talk like that in the movie, like and he also does like the mouth wipe a lot in the movie, where he's like trying to deal with it, or like whenever he's trying to explain to Job that he's becoming smart, he's trying to figure out a way to explain it.
Yeah.
And it's just like, and it's like, you all right, man, you don't have to get that stressed out over it. But
And then you pointed out that his outfit was terrible.
Yeah, his outfit was terrible, but it also stays the same like multiple days in a row.
Yeah.
And maybe it's that like he's losing sleep or he doesn't really care about what he's looking like or anything like that. But he is wearing the same like navy blue colored shirt with like
Boots.
short
Shorts with boots.
tall gray socks, boots, and like short shorts.
Very weird for a guy who works in like a government.
Yeah.
As a government like scientist.
Yeah, it's
I
like
would
a contractor.
Yeah.
Like a government contractor.
government scientist contractor. He's dressed like an artist.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
has
I was
the
like,
earring. He looks like George Michael.
Yeah.
Literally George Michael.
yeah.
Um.
And then it's funny because he gives Job the same haircut he does.
Yeah, the pushback.
Yeah, the
everything.
pushback. Yeah, and like
And also that was another thing is like he changed his outfit and they like didn't make a big deal
no,
about
it was just like he showed up one day and he has cut hair
Cowboy
and
boots.
cowboy boots and
Yeah.
stuff.
Because they cut so many scenes of him like sweating and doing the weird like coked out face and like the cowboy outfit, and it's just like weird to see.
Yeah, because he like knocks over the cream and like can hear everybody's thoughts in the diner, and it's
Yeah.
like, where did that come from?
Yeah,
Like, why
yeah,
is he
right.
dressed up like a cowboy now and like listening to music?
Right.
And like, why does listening to music make it seem like it's an intellectual thing? Like
Yeah.
he wasn't listening to music before, so that makes
Right.
him like inherently stupid.
Yeah, because
Because he had access to it, obviously,
Yeah.
because he had a whole bunch.
Well, because the scene that like I don't know why it wasn't it was a very quick scene, but I felt like it would have made so much sense. And the theatrical cut is they like when Dr. Angelo brings him into the government place.
Uh-huh.
And like sits him down and he puts a CD in. He's like, you're gonna learn here. Like, this like is like a couple hours or whatever, and you'll learn all this information. And he comes back later and like he just has a pile of empty CD cases next to him. And Dr. Angelo's like, what? And then Job turns and he's like, I just learned everything. And like he's like, this world is so much darker than I thought it was. And it's like this whole scene, and Dr. Angelo's like, whoa, what the fuck? He just like learned all this. And they cut that, and I'm like, why
They cut that, yeah, and then he was just like, "You've progressed much faster than I thought you would, Job."
Because he starts lifting the chair with his
Yeah,
brain.
and he's like, "This is incredible," and it's
Yeah.
just one of the. And then he does the mouth wipe again, where he's like, "You've increased your intelligence so quickly," and
did not expect this to
yeah,
happen.
yeah, and it's again, it wasn't explained that Job didn't realize like how cruel the world is, and he just turns sour.
Yeah, he just turns like a sour
Yeah,
asshole. And it's like very vague that it's obvious because he switches the blue drugs
Yeah.
out for red
Yeah,
ones.
it's like, oh man, I wonder what happened.
I was going to ask, are any liquid drugs ever colored? Like maybe they have a hue?
Yeah, they might have a hue, but there are some that are like bright yellow.
Like what?
I don't know. Daptomycin is yellow.
Okay.
Aravacycline's yellow. Tetracycline is bright orange. It's like Cheeto orange.
And what are those? What is
Those
that
are all
one do?
antibiotics.
Okay. And where does obviously like it's a natural pigment. It's not a...
Yeah, I don't think they add in that pigment.
Right,
for sure.
exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
But methylene blue is obviously blue.
Mm-hmm.
I
I have heard of that one.
trying to think of other ones that might be
Yeah.
different.
I was
color.
just wondering
a lot of
'cause-
chemo meds are colored.
Okay. I was just...
But
Because I know they like
natural.
shoot dye into you, but that's literally dye. It's not
Yeah,
medicine.
that's like
But I wondered that because I was like, they always make medicine so vibrantly colored.
It's
and I'm
usually
like, is
just
it?
pale or like
Yeah.
slightly tan or yellow.
Yes. Or are there ones that are like slightly pink? Like a pinkish hue? Okay.
No,
maybe
not
I'm just-
really. I haven't.
I don't know where that
There's
got
like a
in my head.
couple that are pink, but
Okay.
nothing really of note. Yeah.
Yeah.
They also
But
could have
yeah.
added is to be like just hey, make sure you're using this on the right patient kind of thing. Just like, wow, it is a
Yeah.
different color, and it's like it brings you back to like what you're doing.
Right. That makes sense. So overall, what were your thoughts about it?
I didn't really like it. I gave it like
Yeah.
I gave it like a 2.5, 3. It wasn't really that great. I was like, I'm sure the director's cut was a little bit better. But yeah, I moved at a really incredible pace, and by the end, it was such a slower pace. I was like, I don't have to see everything that he's doing that is
Right.
criminal. You could just describe it because you were doing all that earlier.
Right. Yeah.
I think having more setup would help, obviously.
Oh yeah, and like I said, it like adds to the weight of the situation, even though it's so goofy. But like,
There is no
It
weight at the
works.
end. It's just like,
Yeah.
oh my god, just get it over with.
right, just end it already, or
And
show
like,
me
why
more
does
colors.
he? And like, he just again, it's one of those like he just saw a bee plushie, and he's like, these bees will. That's a good idea.
that was
These bees will
weird.
help me kill everybody at this
Yeah.
government facility.
Yeah, that was weird. I must have missed that in the director's cut. But yeah, and I was in pretty much the same state of mind watching both movies, and for sure. The theatrical cut sucks.
Oh, like,
It
this
was
is bad.
I wish we could. Yeah, I wish we would have watched the director's cut if we had more time because it's great. It's just fun. It's just stupid fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
I could
the
tell
Lawnmower
everybody
Man.
on set obviously had a lot of fun with it. I think the police officers were a really good bit. That they're
Police officer bit.
that like Job was able to change their thoughts because they're dim-witted. They're like these dim-wit
Oh
cops.
yeah,
and
I
they
did like that. I was
They're
like,
like they changed their thoughts, and he's like, "Nope, no problem happened last night. We'll just write it off as a
yeah.
let's write it off as a normal misdemeanor."
I think I even had a thought watching the first time. I was like, oh, Job's ACAB or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah. Like it's just stupid, but yeah,
Yeah,
it
that
was
was funny.
really dumb, and I wish. I don't know. I feel like it's a pretty cool concept, but it didn't have to be executed in the third, like the last third of the movie like that. It was really dumb.
Yeah.
And again, it was one of those. Why is he so focused on making telephone calls?
Yeah, that is never
And also,
explained.
like he has that his yard keeper friend, that
Terry.
Terry, yeah, he's seen Lawnmower Man is seen driving a vehicle with the kid.
Yeah.
Earlier in the movie, and then has him drive a vehicle. Someone have a drive a vehicle for him. Drives Terry, like Terry drives him, and that's how he gets shot, and that's what makes him like use the mind control to have this guy like pull a Kurt Cobain in the movie,
Yeah.
which is just like odd, but it was just like
Right.
I was just like, why? It's just one of those plot points where I'm like, he could have just driven this guy's car. Like I feel like a plot point would have been that like he feels really bad about stealing this car, but he's gonna use it anyway. Like he's okay with breaking laws now.
Yeah, because like we pointed out, there was like 3 cars that he like purposefully melted the steering wheels of, so Dr. Angelo couldn't drive away. But yet he like mind controlled Terry to come pick him up.
Yeah,
And it was like that didn't need to happen.
you could, and also
It was just so they could kill Terry.
And also, I was just noticing how big the houses are there, and and like the house next door to Dr. Angelo was super small.
Oh, I didn't even notice
it was
that.
just really small. Like it was obviously like 2 stories still, but it was
Yeah.
like it was much smaller than his mansion, and then the romantic interest, her house was fucking huge too,
Mhm.
and it was just odd. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, it was just odd because it was just like why are these houses so big
Yeah, I
in
wonder
like
if
this
that was a
neighborhood?
or yeah, I wonder if that was a set or if that was on location somewhere. I wonder.
I mean, it was on location, I think, obviously, for Dr. Angelo's.
Okay.
But as far as it goes for, like, the other 2, I think that those would probably be on set.
Yeah, I wonder that. Definitely the interiors were a set, especially the government building.
Right.
But yeah, so that's Lawnmower Man. We'll never talk about it again.
No more jokes.
Maybe. We'll reference it. Okay, I'll talk about MaXXXine pretty quick. It's not even that. There's really not a ton to talk about with it. Gavin, do you want to know what the scariest part of my MaXXXine viewing was? You know what the scariest part? Do you want to know what it is?
Whenever
Can
you saw the
guess?
title card.
Close. It was when I showed up to the theater and they were all out of popcorn. Was the scariest part of that whole fucking evening.
So maybe that was the reason why you didn't like it.
I get to the theater. No, I was I coped with it. Okay, I was okay with it. I was annoyed, but I wasn't.
Mildly inconvenient.
I was mildly inconvenienced, and I obviously didn't throw a fit, as I mentioned earlier. So I show up to the theater, right? I get in line, and I overhear the lady being like, yeah, it's going to be like 10, 15 minutes before we get popcorn. And I was like, let me get up and see what's going on. Let me figure this out.
Let me talk to him.
And I get up there, and I was like, hey, I want large popcorn, large soda. And she's like, so it's going to be like 15 minutes, or it's going to be a little bit before we have popcorn ready. I'm like, that's cool. I'm like, I'll come back or whatever. And so went into the theater, sat down. I was like, okay, like when the movie starts, I'll just leave and come back. I'm like, whatever. If I miss a few, I don't really care. I want to get my popcorn. So I wait like probably half an hour. So it's like 11:15 p.m. at this point. I go out there. The guy's still at the register, but I noticed they put like tarps over the candy kiosk things. And I'm like, are they fucking closed? I get up there and I'm like, hey, like, is the popcorn ready or something like that? And he's like, oh yeah, we're closed. And I was like, oh, okay. And I walked away and I was like, fuck, what the, what? I was like, why?
They were waiting to close so that they didn't have to make any more popcorn.
Well, that's the thing. I'm like, when did they close? Cause like, did they even make more popcorn? I don't even know. It was just like very weird. And there was like plenty of people at the theater that night. It was a Friday night, for God's sakes. So that, yeah, I mean, it made me annoyed, but I was like, whatever. So
But the movie.
Yeah, but I raw dogged the movie for the first time in a long time. And yeah, so again, this is like Ty West's trilogy where these movies all link together. The first one, X, is the original, came out in
2020? 2019?
I don't remember.
What was the original called?
I think it was 20 or 2021. It's called X. Literally X. Just look up X Ty West. So that came out, and this movie, MaXXXine, is the
2022.
Oh, 2022. Okay. So this is the sequel to X. And in
It's on
between
Fubo.
Fubo?
That's what it's on right now, man.
I don't even know what that is. It's probably another free movie app. And then in between that, Pearl came out. When Pearl, I liked X. I was like, this is fun. This is cool. This is going to be like a trilogy thing that they all somehow link together. I love that. I'm a sucker for horror trilogies, even if they're like not great. And X was good. It had really good things about it, but I wasn't amazed by it, but it was enough that I was like, I'll go see Pearl. And Pearl, holy shit, I loved Pearl. It was so good. It was like worked as a standalone horror. You didn't need to know anything about X. You didn't need to see X. It was just great. And the ending is so fucking weird. Like she's on stage and she's smiling and then she starts like pouring tears out of her eyes, like literally.
Yeah,
and
I've
then
seen
the
that
credits
clip a million
starts
times.
rolling.
Yeah, I've seen that a million times.
And it was like,
on
it
TikTok.
made me just have goosebumps because I was like, that's so fucking cool. So I walked out of that theater like being like, okay, now I'm fucking hyped for MaXXXine. Like
Right.
that was sick. Like,
I remember you telling me that. You're like, I can't wait for the third one again.
yeah, I was like, I can't wait. I'm like, it's also cool because like he's setting these movies in different time periods. Like Pearl was like 1930s or something. And then X is the 70s. MaXXXine is the 80s, I believe. Yeah, I believe it's the 80s. Yeah, it is because the Night Stalker is like a big plot point in this movie. Which when I heard that, I was like, oh, fucking cool. Like, you know, the Night Stalker, that's a crazy thing. Like, I wonder how that's going to tie in, yada, yada. The tie-in is literally that it's just ongoing and it's just making everybody, like, scared. And, like, so MaXXXine is obviously because of X, she's a porn star. And she's, like, just got her big break in Hollywood on a horror movie. And there's, like, you know, fear of the Night Stalker and fear that alternative media, like, you know, horror movies, porn, metal music is like rotting people's brains.
Devil music.
Yeah, devil stuff and making people like the Night Stalker happen. And it's just like a plot point, but nothing really like
Happens.
I mean, I guess technically I shouldn't say that because it does. And it's like, I don't know if I should spoil it or I probably won't spoil it, but it just never really pays off. Like her dad comes back and you're like, do you even remember? I don't remember knowing anything about her dad. And her dad's this like pastor who's like, for some reason, trying to kill people, but we don't really know why. And they like, their idea is great. And maybe a little spoilers here, so I apologize. But it's like bringing in a super religious side with like this alternative media and having them clash. Like that's a cool idea. It's a great concept. Like I would love to see a movie about that. But they just don't. It just never pays off.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like
You want it to, but it never does.
It just happens. And also, this is supposed to be a horror movie. I mean, like,
It's not.
I'm not that guy to say this, but it's not scary. It's just not at all.
Yeah.
There's nothing scary about it. The best part of it that is scary is the gore. There's some gore scenes, and they're really well done. And usually, I'm not a gore person, especially when it's like overbearing, like too much. But they did a good job of it in this one.
Yeah, the
but really,
reviews
that's
on
the best part.
the reviews on MaXXXine on Letterboxd. This is usually like how I weigh like what people in our generation are kind of.
Yeah, that's
kinda
where you
looking-
should go to for sure.
To be honest with you, yeah. But yeah, like the average I'm seeing is maybe like a 3.5. I've seen a half star. I've seen 2.5. I've seen 2.
I would
Half star.
I would give it a 2, and that's being very generous.
Like the average is a 3.3 for this movie. So there are people. Majority of reviews are 3.5 to 4 stars, with more being on 3 stars.
And also Halsey's in this movie, who I do like. I do.
Never really been a huge fan of Halsey.
I actually don't mind her, surprisingly.
She's not a bad person. It's
Yeah.
just like I've just never been a huge fan.
And I was like, oh, that's going to be interesting. Like her first acting thing. She's not very good in it. And she also isn't in it for very long. And get this. So it takes place in Hollywood too, which they did a good job of, like Hollywood time period piece. But they gave her like a thick New York accent. And she's not from New York. Like Halsey
Hey, I'm
is
walking
not.
here.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, so we're going to go to this Hollywood party up in the hills later. Like, I'm not joking.
And
It's that.
you're like, what year is it?
Yeah, and I'm like, they're in Hollywood. Just make them fucking talk normally. Like, why are you giving her an accent? Like,
She's not from around
and she's
these
not
parts.
good at the accent.
She's not from around these pods, all right?
Yeah, and then I don't know. There's some things where I'm like, is that like a meta horror thing where they're like, they know it's corny, so they're doing it on purpose, or is it corny because it is corny? And I don't know which one it is, but overall, just not good. They really could have done something cool with it, and they didn't.
It was just a story movie, essentially.
Yeah, it was just like they
Does
just
it
needed
feel
to...
like it wrapped up the trilogy, though?
No, not at all. Especially just coming off the heels of Pearl being like fucking amazing. Like they definitely put all their time. Like it just seems like Ty West like had the idea for a trilogy loosely and like thought about X and then really put his time into Pearl. Like Pearl was probably like the original one that he really wanted to do. And then MaXXXine was just like, well, I guess, you know, we're doing 2 movies. We might as well do a third. Because it was just very half-assed. Like, set pieces were great. It had Kevin Bacon in it, which was cool. But again, they gave him like a country accent.
In MaXXXine?
In MaXXXine. And he's good in it, but his character is just like way over the top. He's supposed to be a private detective and like he's just like doing things that like no detective would ever do.
Further extends the 3 degrees of Kevin Bacon.
Big time.
This like really, especially to Halsey.
Yeah.
Adding her, like you could really get some crazy like.
You never see the 2 of them on screen together, but yeah, they're in the same movie.
They're in the same movie.
Yeah. So yeah, there's just...
Is the rule supposed to be that they're in the same scene together or something?
No, I think it's just in the same movie. As far as I know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's such
you would have had to watch a lot of movies to know if they were in the correct scene together.
I also read, I almost put this in as a story we could talk about, but Kevin Bacon did an interview recently where he said that somewhat recently he went to the mall in a disguise because he wanted to try and see what it was like to be a normal person.
And he's like, I really like being famous.
I hated it. I wanted to go back to being famous.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's not really a good notch for you, you know.
Yeah.
Kevin, I don't know.
He's been famous for so long. There's no way he doesn't know anything different though.
Dude, since Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Like fucking
long time
Jesus.
ago.
But yeah, it just.
Sorry for any older listeners who do know Kevin Bacon from his debut.
Yeah.
And you watched it in theaters, but that's a long time to be acting in Hollywood.
Yeah. What is that? 40 years?
Yeah,
now?
something like that.
It's crazy.
Now let's go. Kevin Bacon movies.
Because that was 76, I think, when
he was in
79.
Beverly Hills Cop Axel F.
Yeah, because he had 2 movies come out in the same week.
That's what it was. Yeah.
And that's what got him talking about it. When did Friday the 13th come out?
Trying to find it on here.
It should be closer to the top, I would think.
Friday the 13th, 1980.
1980.
Yeah, so like 40 years. Yeah,
I'm thinking
44 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, it's crazy. Crazy long time. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know.
I always forget he was in Tremors, even though he was like obviously like in Tremors. But
that's what made me think of Tremors because I saw that. Yeah, I don't know, man. I wouldn't go see it. It was since it was technically the day it opened. Technically the day it opened. It was a pretty full theater, not super packed, but I had people on both sides of me. I had like kids who were like way too young to be at the theater, and I was like, I wanted to be like, how do you guys even get in here? And then I had like 2 guys next to me who I was like definitely got superhero fan vibes from because when the Deadpool Wolverine thing came up, they were like laughing at everything they were saying, and I was like, this is not funny. And then like there's a scene, I'll spoil this because who gives a fuck, it's so pointless, where MaXXXine stomps on a guy's balls and you see his balls explode, and like everyone in the theater was like, oh my god, that's all, what the fuck, that's so crazy. And I was like, I don't know.
It's not really that big of a deal.
Yeah, like it's not that big of a deal. So I was in a very much a like superhero movie crowd.
Yeah.
Which I was like, made me go, I don't know if this is the movie I should be seeing.
I still think, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter, at least on my side of Twitter. You know, I do follow some film crazies, for lack of a better word. I mean, they give notes too about, you know, the cinematography on some shit. I'm like, all right, give it a rest.
Hey man, listen. Yeah, I work for a movie podcast where they do that, so watch it.
No, I'm just saying, like, these people like
no, I know
have economics degrees or some shit, and they're talking about the cinematography in these fucking movies. I'm like, give it a fucking rest.
Right,
man.
and there's a difference between being passionate about it, which is like the movies babies guys
Right.
that I work with, and being like
just being a Twitter, literally just being a Twitter talkhead.
Yeah, being a dick, an annoying dick about it.
Yeah, and
just like shut up.
Yeah, and it's like, all right, man. Yeah. But even they had, you know, mentioned something about, they're like, are the movies dead? You know, because it's just like you have horrible audience experiences, and nobody's showing out to the movies except for the family movies.
Yeah, which is true. We
like Inside Out 2 just got just surpassed like $1 billion.
Yep. Yeah,
and it wasn't really supposed to, because every other movie had like been underperforming pretty massively over the summer.
And they had it like performing way under what they were expecting it to.
Yeah.
And it just it's still going and going. Like it's still the movie of the summer until Despicable Me 4 comes out.
Which I think it came out this past Friday.
Yeah, you're right. It did come out. So we'll see. We'll see if that one surpasses it or not. I don't know.
That one's going to be going on forever too. But it's just one of those, like, are the movies dead? Are they dying? What's the...
Yeah, it's in a weird place right now.
So everybody's just like, movies are dead, don't go to theaters. That's what everybody...
I hate that.
Yeah, that's what people on Twitter are saying. Especially on my side. They're
if
like,
the movies are dying, don't go to them.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
Do
the opposite.
And also, everybody's been offering such lukewarm takes on every movie they see. Now they don't want to be like super extreme on anything. So like Kinds of Kindness, someone was like, that was a movie. And I'm like, there's some people that have raved about it. I have friends that were just kind of like, yeah, it was a good movie.
These guys, the Movies Babies guys, fucking dug into it because they hate Yorgos, the director. They were
I don't know
that was
anything
such a
about
shit movie. But yeah, they did the opposite. They were like, fuck this movie and fuck this director.
Yeah.
Which I don't know anything about.
I did see someone...
tried watching the movie that blew up last year. With Emma Stone. God damn it. And Willem Dafoe. What is it? What is it?
I don't know that. Sorry.
No, I don't know why you would know it. I mean, she won an Oscar for it.
Oh, yeah, that one movie.
Poor Things. I tried watching that, and I was like, I only got like 15 minutes in, and I was like, this isn't for me. It's just weird.
Didn't you go see that?
No, I watched it here at home. It's weird because she's like a child in a Frankenstein's body, but like learning about sex.
Yeah.
And it's like, what are you fucking doing? This is gross.
I didn't know that was. I didn't know it was the same director. It's 2 hours and 45 minutes long.
Same director and same actors, Gavin.
What the fuck?
It's almost the exact same actors. Mark Ruffalo's not.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I don't know, man. It doesn't look like anything I would want to have any interest in seeing.
Yeah, it's got a lot of 1-star ratings on Google.
Oh, it does, because people were the Yorgos defender. Well, there was like Yorgos defenders being like, he's actually one of the greatest actors ever.
Yorgos Lanthimos.
Yeah.
I've never heard of him.
He's a Greek. Get him to the Greek.
No shit.
I believe so. Anyways, though, let's fucking move on from the goddamn movies. God damn it.
Sorry, I'm still...
No, you're fine. I don't know anything about him.
I don't know anything about this guy.
Yeah. The Movies Babies guys think that he just got lucky.
With Poor Things?
Yeah, well, just like lucked out on getting... Yeah, with anything.
I still think...
There's people like that, for sure.
I don't know. I've noticed that a lot of people hold the years of their early teens in really high regard just because it is in their early teens. Like, I have that problem with albums that I've listened to during that time period. But movies, a lot, like, they were good movies. You know, like, I remember watching the Oscars and literally not even watching a single movie from that year. And being like, that's probably a really good movie. I'm like holding that to a higher standard than they are now. Yeah. Where I'm like, oh, well, that, you know.
I gotta get my computer on an outlet real quick. Keep talking.
Yeah, but it's so odd to me to see that, but I'm still not entirely sold on some of the movies that are coming out. They don't drive people to the theaters, and they aren't driving me to the theater to go watch them. For sure. Even if Lawnmower Man was coming out, it would have been like one of those like meme movies that everybody was gonna go see. You know, it was gonna be one of those things, but yeah. But yeah, I guess, I don't know. It's just one of those things where I don't know. I just don't have enough time in the day to watch as many movies as say some other people do.
Yeah, and
Or
like
I don't have the dedication to
Yeah.
sit down and watch a movie or two every night. I know some people do. I know a lot of people who do that.
Yeah,
But
And just with
even you
Yeah.
will watch a movie sometimes. A
yeah,
night
and I
or
don't have
more.
enough time to watch. Like, I may be averaging like one a week.
Yeah.
Now, if even that.
Right, which is still like more than I
Yeah,
do.
more than most people.
I would say the average, if we were to go like, over under, I'd say an average over under of like 2.5 movies a week. Some
Really?
people watch.
For most, just like anybody.
Yeah, because there's some stuff will just come on. People just, stuff will come
I
on.
guess
Some
so.
people will watch it Friday nights, Saturday nights, Sunday nights. Sundays are a big movie day watching.
Yeah,
For a lot of my friends.
that makes sense.
Also YouTubers I watch, they like spend Sundays watching movies most days.
I guess I just don't. Well, I don't know because
At least
like
people
Spencer
around me,
watches
I guess,
a
but
lot of movies. I
yeah.
think because I was gonna say like I guess I don't know that many people that watch movies that often, but I think I do. and
there
I
are
just
some
don't
people
know.
that like you don't know that they do until they start talking about it, and you're
Yeah,
like, wait,
and that's
how
the
are you
thing.
watching all these?
Right.
Like, I have a couple of coworkers where I'm like, you go home and watch a movie
Yeah.
after working 8 hours,
Right.
Or they'll be like, yeah, I watched one this morning. I'm like, what the fuck? You woke
Yeah,
up and started a
right.
movie?
I started doing that when I get up early because I'm like, I give myself that time to just do whatever.
Yeah.
So I started watching movies.
Yeah, it's just one
In
of
the
those like,
morning.
what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. I totally get it though. People are addicted to them.
In my head, movies are like a
Treat.
not even a treat, but like a 2-hour time dedication I have to
Yeah.
put into the movie
Yeah.
to really care about it,
Right.
and it's really gotta be worth my time.
Yeah.
I'm probably not gonna watch Kinds of Kindness. Not gonna watch Pearl. Not gonna watch MaXXXine. I'm sure Pearl would be good,
Pearl would.
but
That's the only one I would say.
I'm not gonna watch X. Not gonna watch, like a movie that I was going to start to watch was No Country for Old Men, again, like for the 10th time.
Jesus Christ.
Jurassic Park I'd watch again,
Yeah.
but it's all stuff I've already watched. Someone has to watch it with me. But
Yeah. We got to watch The Fly. That's the other one we still need to
yeah,
watch.
that's true. Yeah,
I thought about that when we were watching, when I was realizing that the theatrical cut of Lawnmower Man sucked. I was like,
Yeah.
I should have watched The Fly
yeah.
because I want to rewatch that again soon.
Also, the soundtrack in The Lawnmower Man's not very good.
Yeah,
If
it's
at
not. Even, I
all.
couldn't even tell you anything about
No.
it. Like it's not memorable at all.
No, even if all. Yeah.
Moving on though, that's it for our topics. We gotta jump into this Nextdoor drama. I'm gonna use my phone. Oh no, I have to play the music. Hold on, I'll go grab my laptop again. It ran out of battery, so I had to
Get a quickie.
get a quickie. Why don't you tell everybody what Nextdoor drama is? You've never explained it, so I want you to.
Yeah, so Nextdoor Drama is we take some snippets of a post from our local Nextdoor post. If you don't know what Nextdoor is a neighborhood app where your neighbors can post some weird shit, crazy shit, normal shit that everybody will always have something to say about. Most of the time it's people in their 40s or older. There are some younger people, but it's mostly an older audience for this. And so we find a big post and look at the comments and script out a dramatic reading for the listeners as well as viewers of the podcast.
I'm back.
Did I miss anything?
No, I think you got
Okay.
it perfect.
Yeah. We so this week's episode is called Soon It Will Blend into the Asphalt. Carson will be playing Kevin, which I hope is correct. He wrote this down.
It is this time. I did it earlier, so I know it's.
And Gavin is Carol, the animal addict. And Carson is not an animal expert.
No, I'm not an animal expert. So we're putting two people up against each other. Ooh. Okay, I'm back and I'm ready, and I swear I'm ready this time. And without saying much else, I'm gonna hit the Nextdoor drama intro song. Oh, it's just playing right because you have to plug this in. Okay, I'm not fully ready. And now I'm ready. Nextdoor drama intro song. Now we go. Oh, what? Little loud. This week on Nextdoor Drama. Okay. Oh, that's not even the right song. God damn it, dude. Here we go. Anyone know what kind of animal this is? It's dead, but found it on the street.
Looks like a mole.
Nope. It's too big and the fur is too dark. You have never seen a black mole.
We had a solid black dead mole in our yard a few years ago. This might not be one, but the one we had was definitely a mole and definitely solid black.
Moles are hairless and particularly ugly.
Cites a Fish and Wildlife article proving moles have fur.
While you cite a very reliable source, my experience with them has been different. So I'm going to stick with my original statement.
I have never seen a hairless mole. They would have to have some fur, as it's cold in the soil.
My dog is a Jack Russell Terrier. He digs them up and brings them to the patio to show me what he has accomplished. They don't have any hair. They actually burrow just at the roots of the grass, as their primary food is grubworms.
I don't know, but no animal deserves to be left dead in the street to be run over again and again. I hope someone calls to pick it. Has anyone picked it up? If you can use a trash bag and get it out of the road, it hurts my heart to think his little body getting squashed over and over again. I can't drive and in a wheelchair. I'm not able to help him, but I hope someone will. Someone please pick it up. Has it been picked up yet? A week goes by. Nobody responding. Please, someone, I don't drive, so I can't see you. Please, someone tell me. Is that poor creature still in the road? Please let me know if anyone got him out of the street.
Soon, it will blend into the asphalt.
Poor
Caught
guy.
you with a little surprise there, didn't I?
Yeah, I forgot how long I had looked at this before, and I was like, damn, I have a lot of comments here.
Yeah.
But it actually was like over the course of like 2 weeks there that
Yeah.
she was actually, no joke, asking people to pick up this animal.
Though each of those things were separate comments of her just asking if anybody picked up the dead animal in the middle of the street.
It was a parking lot, I think.
Yeah, that's true. It could be a parking lot. I mean, why else? You're not going to get out of your car to take a picture of something in the middle of the road.
Right, no, exactly.
That's an insane thing to do.
I'm like, yeah.
Just to be like, hey, Nextdoor, what is this? By the way, during that story, I'll show the picture up on
That's
the screen.
also very much not a mole.
No, it's too
That's like a groundhog
big.
or some
Yeah,
shit.
and that's what people were saying. They think it's a groundhog. But man, I just want to say real quick.
It does kind of look like a Family Guy death where its arm is like outstretched out the front here.
It's very odd.
Yeah.
But man, and I'm not to make a general statement. This isn't all animal people, but there are certain animal people who are like just fucking nuts. There were so many comments of people being like, why are you even taking a picture of it? Pick it up and go bury it. Like literally. And I was like, what? I'm like, have you never seen roadkill? You telling me you stop every time you see any dead thing in the street
You're
to
like,
bury
this
it?
frog,
I'm like,
gotta go
listen,
pick it up.
yeah, listen, it sucks. It's gross. We took their land. It should be theirs. But like, I don't know. It's just something we live with. I've seen dead fucking giant deer in the middle of a fucking
highway.
residential neighborhood
Damn, really?
for like days. Yes.
Really, I see
for
them
days.
all over the fucking
Dude,
highway.
The highway, they'll be there for weeks.
Oh yeah,
And residential, I've seen like days where it's just been there.
yeah.
And that's a big
I think really
animal.
what you really got to do is just call like 311.
Yeah, and just be like,
Just
hey,
hey, there's a dead animal here. Can you guys come
Right.
pick it up?
but we
And
don't
they'll
need to
probably
do a
be
whole
okay with
fucking
it.
burial with it.
No,
Like
come
people got
on,
shit
man.
to do. Like again, it sucks. I know, but like God, some animal people just drive me insane.
I know, man.
And again, I love animals. I love certain animal people. I love people who, care for them, but there's just a certain type that needs to chill the fuck out.
Absolutely,
Please.
absolutely. Especially the animal burial.
Anyways, yeah, but we'll go bury him. We'll start a service. Moving on, though, final segment of this 2-part episode, and then we got to get out of here. And we'll see you in a week, but really for us, it's 2 weeks. And final segment is called Whatcha Listening To, where Gavin and I recommend a song, album, or artist to each other and to you, the audience, to go listen to that we want you to listen to. Gavin, what are you listening to this week, you little bugger?
This week I'm listening to Justice again. I'm listening to their 2016 album, Woman. Heard their song Safe and Sound while I was at work last weekend, and that song got stuck in my head, so I just listened to the whole album. And on Wednesday night, I walked for like 3 miles listening to the whole thing. I didn't realize how long a 54-minute walk was.
Oh, yeah, you were telling me.
Yeah, but it is very long. So I listened to this album, and it's pretty good. It's very it's got a lot of funky stuff. It can be kind of boring sometimes, but it's funky and kind of like disco kind of thing going on here. But it's from the same. I'm looking at the record labels here, and it looks like they've been on the same record label for a long time. But it's also in the same record label as the record label is Because Music, and their top releases are Parcels.
Oh, okay.
Parcels and Manu Chao.
Manu Chao, I don't know that.
And Metronomy and Shy Girl.
I know I've heard of Shy Girl.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting that Apple Music was showing that to me. So
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, so this is their 2016 album that I had not heard before, but I guess I had heard their stuff, like YouTube Music while I'm listening to it on an unsigned in account. We'll just start playing related music, and someone had like a compilation of like Justice best songs, and so they just put this on there. And
nice.
Heard a lot of their songs from this album on there, but it's not nearly as good as Hyperdrama in my opinion.
Okay.
I think Hyperdrama's got a little bit more experimental stuff with it.
Nice.
That makes it a little bit more exciting.
Cool.
A little bit more layers to it than like a bass, a synth, and a drum pad.
Yeah, it's got more to it.
Yeah.
Well, cool. This week, coming out of left field, man, I got a weird one that just hit me like hard. I am listening to Bone Thugs and Harmony, their 1995 album titled East 99 Eternal. Oh my God, have I been sleeping on Bone Thugs and Harmony. I've only heard of them and never started listening to them until recently, because I've been listening to like, I don't know, it's like a 90s rap playlist that I found. And one of their songs came on that I didn't like, but then I was like, let me listen to them anyways. And then I heard the song East 1999 on this album, and I was like, holy shit, this is a great song. And their flow is so cool. And the reason I like what I found out that it's who they influenced later is Suicide Boys, who I would say I'm a fan of, but not really. But I've always loved their like kind of triplet rhythm like flow of their rap. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I knew they had inspirations, but I didn't know that anybody was doing that before them. So Bone Thugs and also 3 6 Mafia were like the originators of that like triplet rhythm flow. And I was like, whoa. So it's that flow, but on like 90s beats. And I'm like, that's so fucking cool. Yeah. I didn't even know. And I don't know why I'd slept on this for so long. And this album isn't amazing. There's definitely songs that I can like skip, but it's just such a fun album. And it's so weird because it's like, it's rap and hip hop, but it's also very R&B. But they're doing like R&B songs talking about like shooting someone with a buckshot in their stomach. And it's like, this is like sex music, but it's like about killing and shit. And it's also funny because they're from Cleveland. So like an Ohio rap group is just so weird because you think about East Coast, West Coast, but like they're like, we're Ohio, and they're like proud of it. They're like, we're from Cleveland. And I'm like, cool. I'm like, I don't know if that'll carry over at any time soon, but it's just fun to have like a amazing Midwest rap group. The song on here though that I just cannot stop fucking listening to is called Die Die Die. And it seems like a song I wouldn't like because it's like it's not really a skit, but it has like a really long intro. But it just leads into the song so perfectly, and it also has like a little kind of skit type continuation thing in the middle and at the end. But I don't know, it's just something about it works. It's just so good. I also think it's because it's like the darkest song on the album. The rest of it's all pretty like kind of upbeat or not as dark, but this one's like really dark, and it's just it's so good. I'll have to play it for you because I think you would like it.
Yeah.
The Crossroads is good. and I guess it was Land of the Heartless. That's also good. Yeah, man, it's just a fun album. If you've never gotten into Bone Thugs, please do. I'm sure a lot of people who are into rap and hip hop have, but if you haven't, do it, because God, was I missing out. They also have a song with Eazy-E.
Yeah, they
back in the 90s,
according to
which is
Apple Music,
crazy.
they grew up, or they having come up under the tutelage of LA pioneer Eazy-E, they pull up from the darkest corners of G-funk, lacing their sound with mournful piano and sour whistles.
Yeah, because another thing they do that like is so weird, like on top of the R&B rapping about like, gang stuff, they also like do like really quiet rapping where they're doing a lot of that, which is like really weird, but it works. And like it just the mics sound like they're turned up so loud because you can hear like they're really like quiet when they rap and sing.
Do they get really high? Do they get really like high with it, or do they just kind of?
They just kind of like extend things.
Really tough.
They'll be talking about like smoking weed and like stuff like that. In a way, it's just like kind of
recorded in mom's basement type of vibe.
I don't know. Production quality is pretty good on it, but it's just like I don't know. It's just kind of I don't even know how to explain it. It's just very odd. But it works, dude. And the artwork is so crazy and bad.
Yeah, like
I
what
love
is
it.
that, man? Like,
dude, all of their original album covers are so bad, like OG Photoshop.
Oh my god, dude. I mean,
like,
even the 2022
dude,
was...
it's such a fucking mess to look at.
Yeah,
they're so bad, but I love it. It's not a negative thing when I say it, because 3 6 Mafia is the same way. Like their album covers, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm fucking looking at.
And like, what is
There's
this
just
supposed
so
to draw
much
your
shit.
eyes to?
I don't know. I have no idea. It's so bizarre. Like I don't know what I'm looking at or why I'm looking at it, but I love it because it's so weird.
Yeah, this is really bad.
But anyways, that's what I'm listening to. Go listen to that. Holy shit, was I sleeping on them?
Well, everybody, thanks for listening to It Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 176. Keep watching, keep listening, and keep streaming. Thanks for listening to the second half of this long
Part
episode.
2.
Yeah.
I didn't get to say what I was going to say.
Shoot.
So what I was going to say is